Hey, my fellow Rustaceans, this is Code Crab, Lesson 1, Introduction to Rust and Systems Programming. Before we proceed with the lesson, do like, do subscribe. You're gonna love what's coming up. I've kept all the lessons brief. This is a crash course which actually leaves the practice up to you, so it's not gonna be too hectic on you. It's gonna be quick, bite-sized, easy to do, and I'm gonna do it myself. So yeah, um, literally, I don't think I'm gonna do much editing on my videos. You're gonna see my flaws, you're gonna see my successes, and hopefully you'll succeed. I want to make this as lifelike as possible, because I mean, the learning experience is something to be remembered, right? Not something to be edited. Anyway, cool. Lesson 1, Introduction to Rust and Systems Programming. What are you gonna learn? Why Rust is used for systems programming, what systems programming entails, setting up Rust on your system, writing and running your first Rust program. Super smooth. That's what we're going to be going to. So let's start. Why Rust, huh? Rust was designed to solve common issues in systems programming, right? Systems programming's been around for a while. It had issues. These issues needed to be solved, and voila, new language, Rust, was created. Okay. Mozilla is involved there. Mozilla, Mozilla. Okay. Mozilla Firefox. Get it? Cool. Let's actually see. I'm going to Google who created Rust, how Rust programming language came to be. Boom. Because I believe out of respect should be done. Okay. Rust, the modern systems programming language, emerged from a personal project by Mozilla employee Graydon Hoare in 2006, driven by the desire to create a language that avoids the memory errors and security vulnerabilities common in languages like C and C++. Okay. Graydon Hoare, frustrated by the limitation of C++ and the memory errors it caused, envisioned a language that could offer both speed and control of C++ while ensuring memory safety. So this is, okay, how it was created. Early development Rust was started as a side project in 2006 with him working on it in his free time. Mozilla's involvement. Mozilla took an interest in the project and began sponsoring it in 2009, officially announcing it in 2010. Rust 1.0, the first stable version of the compiler and the standard library Rust 1.0, was released May 15th, 2015. Key features. Rust is known for its memory safety, concurrency features, and performance, making it suitable for systems programming, embedded systems, and other performance critical applications. Community. The Rust community, known as Rustaceans, is known for its support and collaboration in making Rust a more secure and efficient programming language. Okay. The name origin. The name Rust was chosen because Hoare liked the sound of it and the group of fungi that are over-engineered for survival. Super smooth. There you go. And so Rust came to be. Cool. I did that a bit brief, but hopefully you could look it up for yourself a little bit more, find out what you need to know. So there you go. That's how Rust came to be. Anyway, this is what Rust offers. Memory safety without garbage collection. No null pointers. No dangling references. Concurrency without data races. Safe multi-threading by design. Zero cost abstractions. Rust is as fast as C and C++, but, and very important but, it is safer. Okay? This is not a knock on C and C++. C and C++ is everywhere, and although they have their flaws, they're everywhere for a reason. They solved a heck of a lot of problems, and they are very powerful. They have earned their keep, So much respect to C, C++, and its creators, Brian Kernighan and Brian Strussel. Rust is next in line, I believe, to take the baton, and I believe it will do well. However, I'm also very awake. Rust may have its own flaws, and it may one day be the reason a newer programming language is developed that will take the reins from Rust. So let's not act like Rust is the end and be all. Let's pay our respects to C and C++, not in the sense that they're dead. They'll still be used somewhere, somehow, and they'll still have their fan base. So will Rust, and so will the next language. I believe each language is not to be taken lightly, okay? Anyway, modern tooling. Cargo for package management in Rust. That's what Cargo is used for. And Rust C is used for compilation in Rust. This is part of our Rust tool chain. Rust is widely used for operating systems like Linux kernel components and Redux OS, okay? WebAssembly is what Rust can also be used for. It can also be used for embedded systems like C and C++, high performance applications like browsers, like Firefox. And then, what is systems programming? What is it? System programming means writing low-level software that interacts closely with the hardware or the operating system. So it can either directly speak to the hardware, or it can speak with the operating system that manages the hardware. See, so when we speak operating systems, Windows, Linux, they talk to the hardware. They've been designed in such a way as to manage the hardware so that the hardware doesn't break or crash or do too much, So that's why we have operating systems. In fact, operating systems are systems which operate in a particular way to ensure, I guess, the longevity of your entire PC system, if you catch my drift. Whereas you can also work directly with your hardware, and well, this is not as safe because it doesn't guarantee the longevity unless you know what you're doing. So you could do practically anything if you work directly with the hardware, but the operating system is to keep you or an application from breaking the hardware itself. Is a good way to look at it. It does more than that, but that really seems to be a nice gist of it. Anyway, so systems programming includes writing kernels, drivers, and embedded software, managing memory, processes and concurrency, optimizing performance for speed and resource efficiency. Rust enables systems programming without the pitfalls of C and C++, that is memory corruption and undefined behavior. So now we get to installing Rust. Okay, quick word. I have Rust installed. I have installed it. I am not going to reinstall it. I am not going to give you a tutorial on installation. I will put a link in the description. Maybe not immediately, but it will be there. This will be to another YouTube video, which will help you very well. Okay? And yeah, I think that is the best way to go, because I'm here to teach Rust. I'm here to teach you as best I can and to build you up. I'm not here to do all those other things. And it's not me trying to cripple you. Like I said, I'll just give you a link in the description. Too much explanation right there. I'll put a link in the description so that you can find out how to do it, and it should be easy. There are videos, very good ones, that I've used. I believe that will be a better help than I will be. Cool. Let's get to learning. Download and install Rust from rust.rs. Verify installation. You got Rust C version. Okay, cool. Sorry. This is the link for Windows. Then you can Rust C version, cargo version. If you hear any noise in the background, I'm sorry. I don't have a studio professional, and I don't have people that acknowledge what I do. I'm sorry for saying it that way, but please bear with me. Please like and subscribe. Please support me. I'm on my own in this, and I'd like to help you. I'm hoping you could help me with a like and a subscribe. Okay, cool. Linux macOS, we're gonna open the terminal. This is what we're gonna type in our terminal, and restart the terminal and verify. This means closing it and then opening it again, and then yeah, just do rust c version. I can at least do that. Let me do that for you. Cool. Once I've installed rust c, which I have, I'm gonna say rust c best as version, bam, and then you can see what version of rust c I have. You can also do cargo dash version. Cool, there you go. So that is proof to you that you installed it. It'll tell you what version you have. If not, it will not recognize that command. Anyway, writing your first Rust program entails writing a new Rust project. Let me just open VS Code. Bam, 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 bam. Open folder. I'm gonna go to my desktop. I'm gonna go to main. I'm gonna go to code. I'm gonna go to Rust, and I'm gonna say open that folder. That's where I'm gonna store my stuff. Basically, people, you can store it anywhere you wanna. Okay. Create your folder where you feel it's comfortable for you to keep it on your computer, and I will go with that. Okay, so there's my Rust folder. This is my terminal. I cleared it. Cool. So in our terminal, we're going to follow this. Cargo, new, hello Rust. This is right here. So first create a new project. This will be using cargo, alright, which is our package manager, and telling it, hey, create a new project for me, call that project hello Rust. So it'll create a folder, hello Rust, with all the necessities for our project inside that folder. Then we change our directory into that folder. Let's go ahead. Cool, let's do that. Cargo new, right? As you can see, I have some prior stuff I've done in my terminal which show up, but we are now here with hello Rust. Bam, super smooth. So there it says creating binary application hello Rust package. See, created a whole package for us. Note see more, cargo the toml keys and the definitions at doc rust lang. Cool. This is actually only in the Windows video I watched. When I had Windows, I'm running Kali Linux now, but I had Windows 10 before this. And in that video, it gave me the perfect setup for Rust on Visual Studio Code. I'm using Visual Studio Code. I recommend you use it too for this course, just because I'm using it. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying there isn't better. I am not saying it's the worst. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm saying I like it. I use it. Use it so that you can follow along better. Okay. I installed Code Runner, Code LLDB, ErrorLens, even better toml, and even better comments. I'll mention that one. And Rust Analyzer. Cool. So you can pause this video, and yeah, cool. Let me just start from the bottom up. Rust Analyzer, even better toml, even better comments, ErrorLens, Code LLDB, Code Runner. Cool. Those are the main ones among other things that I've installed. I mention them because they are noteworthy and you will need them to write better Rust in VS Code. Cool. So where were we? Cool. We created our project in our terminal, right? I'm just gonna close my terminal for the time being. There we have a source folder, we have git ignore, and we have a cargo toml. This one, there you go, even better toml, gives you syntax highlighting among other things which you'll discover, right? There's plenty of ways to discover how to use it, but yeah, cool. This is why I use even better toml. and then we got main.rs, if in main print hello world. There you go. Code runner is that button over there. I run it. Cool. Smooth. There you go. Says hello world. Here's one interesting thing about code runner. Code runner, right? If I go to my settings, this is what I did. Clear previous output. I clicked on that. So whenever I rerun a program, or any program for that matter, any previous output from any other previous program get wiped out, right? And it just gives me the code of the current program I'm running, the current. So you only see the output of the program you're running now, in other words. Cool. There's something else. Probably bad timing to show you all this, but I do believe it's good to show you. And I enabled that, and there's something I disabled. I disabled show execution message. There you go. Show execution message, disabled it. So you'll be seeing this once you install that. But if you disable show execution message in the settings, then this will disappear and you'll purely see your code the same way I do. Okay, cool. So there you go. And that's why you only see it saying hello Rust. Okay, that's what I did there. I just wanted to show you that. So I'm done with that. We have started our project. What's next? Cool. Open source main and replace contents with hello Rustacean. So now you see everything is the same as it is there. If in main, curly brackets, this is our main function. It's like the door you enter through before you do anything in the house. Something like that. Everything needs an entry point, every program. So main is your entry point. It's the computer knowing I go there first and I follow the steps or the instructions from there to get to wherever I need to be within this computer's world. So if in main everything's the same, only difference is this. Okay, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So what I'm changing is this. Let me write the code over. If n is to say this is a function, main will be the function name. We have parentheses with nothing in between them because main won't be taking an argument. There you go. There's our curly braces because that represents the block that we put our code inside. Cool. To say that the function, the code in here belongs to the function. Okay, cool. So print ln. I will say this is not a function, this is a macro. How do I know it's a macro? That little exclamation mark after the name. Okay, if it main here you can see has no exclamation mark. If I did give it exclamation mark, something like there, it would probably have been a macro, but you don't get a main macro. Okay, just delete that. There you go. So print line here, because of the exclamation mark, it's an indicator it's a macro, but it kind of acts like a function. Then we'll say hello Rustaceans. There you go. It's a big world out there. Cool. Then we'll run it. I won't always be using code runner, but where it's quicker and better, I'll be running it. Hello Rustaceans. Smooth. We've done that. Cool. Compile and run it using cargo run. Okay, so now it's instructing me not to use code runner. It's assuming I have and will use my terminal. So cool. Clear my terminal. And how do I do it? I say cargo. You're my package manager. You create this package. It's got some code already input there. Run it for me. Oh, sorry. Clear. I'll tell you what happened there. It couldn't find my cargo.toml file. Let me just... Okay, I'm not going to get rid of that. It's fine. It was created by code runner, but that's fine. Cool. I'm not gonna worry too much with this, because I could just do it all over again and it'll be fine. Because yeah. Anyway, this is the file it's looking for, the cargo.toml file. But as you can see, I'm in my Rust folder, which is there, but I haven't changed directory yet into hello Rust, and that should solve that problem. So now it's in that folder, cargo.toml file is in that folder. If I say cargo run, it looks for that folder first and it finds it, so it can compile now and it can run, and it says right over there, hello Rustaceans. Smooth. Cool. There you go. Quite a crash course, huh? I'm hoping I'm making it fast enough for you, but not too complicated in the sense that, hey, this man is chewing me up. But anyway, breakdown of the code. If in main, curly braces, and inside those curly braces contain one statement only, which involves a macro print line, and inside that macro, what we pass, the argument we pass to that macro is a string literal, and it says hello Rustacean. And what this macro does, a macro is basically just a whole bunch of code, you know. It's kind of similar to a function, but yeah, cool. You'll get to macro soon enough. Anyway, if in main defines the main function, which is the entry point of our program, or any Rust program for that matter, but not in all circumstances, but for the most part. As a beginner, take it as that. Anyway, print line, a macro that prints text to the console. That's what the print line macro does. You know, it does something just like a function. And then we have our little semicolon. Cool. Every statement in Rust must end in a semicolon. So once you tell it to do something, and that's all it needs to do, that one statement, drink coffee, semicolon, jump, semicolon, whatever, end that statement with a semicolon, basically. Okay, so if you're going to have your computer jump through hoops, semicolon. There you go. Cool. So that's basically that. And like I said, we're speaking about the macro here, but this here itself is a string literal, passes an argument to that macro. Your task is install Rust on your system, my friend. There you go. Let me just go back up. That's how you're gonna do it. It's right there. Okay, installing Rust, and this window, there's Linux. I'll leave it there for you for a few seconds. You could pause the video and then you can do that. If this doesn't work, should be putting videos in the description, you know, YouTube videos that help you better. But there you go, that should be sufficient as well. Also, create and run the hello Rust program. So you're going to create it, you're going to use it, say cargo new and hello Rust cargo, create a new project, call it hello Rust, then you change the directory into hello Rust, and then you'll have your code there. So you can say cargo run, because you can now see your cargo.toml file. Then you can, well, yeah, you're gonna say hello world. If you just say cargo run, you're gonna have to change world to Rustacean. Okay, so you're gonna edit this string. There you go. Then experiment, change the message in print line and rerun. So in my case, I made it was hello world, I changed it to hello Rustacean. Let me say hello code. Okay, cool. So for the sake of consistency, I'm gonna say cargo run, although I do like code runners way better because it's cleaner code. Hello code grabs. There you go, it's right there. And then if I do it this way, it's also gonna say hello code grabs. As all you see, it's much nicer. I really prefer that. So if you could decide whichever works for you. Okay, cool. That was lesson 1, introduction to Rust and systems programming. Hope you're ready for lesson 2. Peace and love, and a good day to you.